Job of the day. Customer wanted me to put on some disc brakes. He had all the parts. He put a new actuator on the front. I just need to run hydraulic lines and put disc brakes on this thing and make sure all the wiring is good. Some nasty stuff. Look at that. That's beautiful. I got both sides of the spindles. I got the mounting for the calipers. I'm gonna go pack the hubs, put those on, and then start mounting calipers, and then I'm gonna run hydraulic lines and bleed brakes. Passenger side rotor is going on. Constellation. There we go. Free spinning. I got these cotter keys. I think I can get a bigger one. These are perfect. Bend over. Hammer home. Cool. Passenger side done. And driver's side going on. Washer. And castle nut. Free spinning. Cotter key through. Bend over. Drive it home. Good. Let's get the dust cap on and start working on hydraulic lines. Calipers going on. He got some stainless steel calipers. What size? Probably 9/16. What is that? 5/8. To find a wrench that fits that. There we go. Locked in. And then we'll tighten them down. I think it's 9/16. I'll bring in 1/2 inch just in case. Oh, it's 1/2 inch. Tight. Tight. Perfect. Calipers are on. Got room for the bleeder as well. Cool. Go up and in and have enough room. And driver's side going on. Come on. Bottom is going on. Bolt is on. Bottom bolt is on. Perfect. Both calipers are on. And hydraulic lines are through. I need to run it through here, but I need to take this actuator off and then install it to the back of the actuator master cylinder. All right, I got hydraulic line hooked up. Just putting everything back together. Pull that back through so we got some slack, and then I'll just zip tie the excess in the back. Putting the nuts and washers back on. Good. One more bolt. Good. Last nut. Wish these lights on the Milwaukee indicator were brighter. Can never really tell what setting it's on. And all bolts are tight. Ran into a small hiccup. The inlet for the caliper is at a 90 degree and the spring is stopping me from getting hose on there. So I think I'm gonna cant that at 45 degrees, see if I can get it in, and then I'll check and make sure it doesn't leak. Probably put some Teflon on there. I think that's the play. I got it canted down. There's already Teflon in there. So we'll just check for leaks, make sure nothing leaks, but that's how we gotta get it around the spring. Come on. Go in. Thank you. Caliper guide bolts back in. Short line. We got enough room for the short line now. Perfect. Threading well. One more snug turn. We're snug. Perfect. Caliper bolts back on. Bolt is on the top. Caliper bolt back on the bottom. Short line going that. That's good. If I can just snip it. Snip it and then take it off. Got it. Come on. Good. Pull you out. Run. We probably have to take off that other side. Might run into the same issue. Will we run into the same issue? Yes. Gotta cant it. That's off. Both caliper guides off. See if I can get tighter. No, can't go tighter. Might be able to run this up and over. That way I don't have to. I wonder if up and over will work on this. Do I want to do that? Yeah, because it's not going to smash the frame. Up, over, and across is going to be the play. I don't want to put this off too far. So if I take it off a 3/4 turn, and I run the risk of that Teflon not on here, not secure. We'll play it like this. See, we'll put a guide in, put the hose on, see if we like it. If not, we'll figure out something else. It works. And we'll just zip tie, because it'll play with the axle itself. Yeah, that's the best way to go. Cool, let's put that bolt back on. Caliper guide bolt on the bottom going back on. Good, tight, tight, and bottom. Cool, there was already Teflon on that brake line inlet, so I don't have to worry about that. Just turned it about 45 degrees, and I was able to kick it over the spring on this side and kick it under the spring on the other side. Roughing in the hoses, getting them tight, 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 and I know that top one's tight. Good, good, everything's in. Put a zip tie on the top, but I don't like that. I don't like how it's set up, so I'm gonna take that zip tie off, and then I need to get this one up off the ground so it doesn't go towards the bottom. Yeah, and then zip tie everything like that. Perfect. Slack so it doesn't hurt. Connection. Slack is good. Perfect. And then we'll go next to the T-handle and let this do that. Like that. How about we just go all the way down to the axle? What does that look like? I think I need to undo that T connector, run it on that, and then put the main line in. I think I'll do that. I got everything tied up nice and clean, not going to the bottom. Everything's free spinning. I got my bleeder bottle on the other side. Start bleeding this thing out. All right, bled the passenger side. Driver's side is also bled now. Tight, no air in the lines. Going to tighten up that bleeder and then finish pumping out the other side. There's a little air on the other side, but I think it was pulling from the air on the driver's side. Finish pumping it out and be done. Yeah. Oh, everything's good. I just have excess fluid in my thing. I forgot to pump it out. If you ever bleed the brakes, get the Harbor Freight funnel kit with these, because there's no fluid capacity in these master cylinders. And then cut the tip off the biggest funnel. Okay. It'll slide in and it'll be tight and it won't leak. And then you can fill this all the way to the top and then just pump.
I've had a lot of breaks in my life. My dad going, hold the pedal,
yeah.
Hold the pedal. I said, hold the pedal. I also thought it was cool that I also got new bearings at the same time.
Yes.
Getting the whole setup.
These had like wear Z-rings on the seal surface. And then I didn't need those because the seals that you got were perfect for the actual spindle surface itself. That's why it was all greasy on the brakes, because it went through the Z-ring and into the brakes.
So even if the brakes were pumped, they probably wouldn't have worked.
No, they wouldn't have. It would have got stuck. I got that. Put tires and wheels back on, make sure everything's tight.
See if they actuate, like you pump it and see if the...
Of course. Should be free spinning now unless it's got some pressure on it.
A little drag. There we go. Sweet.
Yep. And I just got to check for pressure. Push them back. Free spinning. And then brakes are on.
And then the brakes, yeah.
Yep. I'll make sure we're good on that.
That's looking good. My new rims and tires. I got a full-size new spare on it too. About 3 tires.
Good.
But I don't have the nice rim. It's just the old solid rim.
Don't matter what rim it has as long as it gets you home.
Full size. Have that set it like a torque or something?
I'm gonna torque them. I don't usually nail them on there because stripping plug studs is the worst thing. You get done with a job, you're like, I'm gonna put tires back on. Yeah, and fuck. Just get some coffee. Just want to get to work. Of the same days.
Yeah.
I think anyone who's done.
Really, interesting. She never called me for another job. I was her guy till that.
Yep. Tires and wheels are on. Putting passenger side on right now. Got new hydraulic lines ran. Brakes are bled. Everything works. It is free spinning. A little bit of drag. Perfect. Drop it down low here. Test his lights. Make sure everything's working on his lights. All right, all his markers work. Light turn works. Here if it is back up. And the master cylinder is locking up the fluid. Perfect. This trailer's done. Do a rundown on it. I added his disc brakes that he provided. I put his hydraulic line kit on there. Bled all his brakes. New bearings, new seals, new grease. Cleaned up all his spindles. Checked his lights. They all work. This one's done. I'm on to the next. And torque and lug nuts driver's side. Driver's side down. And passenger side. And torque passenger side. All done.